This is my deck, Jimmy.
Nice, listen.
This is my deck.
Guess who? And guess what? Same as always. I've been making these videos for over a year now, and
it feels like 5 years.
I wish people really would get it, but I don't know what's going on. Guess what's going on? It's meeting night, June 14th, and we're going to go to another dysfunctional meeting held by dysfunctional officers, viewed by dysfunctional brotherhood. I don't know what's going on. I do know what's going on. Jobs for votes, favoritism. It's not going to ever stop unless you get these guys out. You need some new officers in there. I'd like to be an officer, but you know what? I don't care who gets voted in as long as they're different. It's jobs for votes over here. It's terrible. You got people that have been on this list 5-6 months at a time now. Can't get their family's needs met.
I'm one of them.
Just listen, you're not the only one. These officers, it's jobs for votes. They kept the same people working that have been working right along. A lot of people are my friends. I don't want to start putting names out there and throwing just because they got favorite status. I don't want to throw my friends under the bus. Been in this organization 40 years. I tell you right now, all you people that are going to drop out, all these young people coming in, as soon as they see what's going on, they're going to drop out. They're going to take the annuity. They're going to take their pension money. And that's going to leave the pension plan even further underfunded. Look at all the old retired guys that they call in to vote. And what happens? You guys, if you can't see what's going on, you're going to cut your own throats if you go and vote for these same officers again. And the reason being is they're chasing so many members out, and now the federal government says you can draw your money out of the pension. You can take your annuity money. You can drop out of this organization and get your pension money. You don't have to wait. You get to roll it over to an IRA. Well, as soon as a lot more people start to realize that, and somebody's going to get in this organization 3, 4, 5 years, what about this next building boom here that we're supposed to be looking at? Well, when it starts and when it happens, as soon as it's over, they're going to draw their money out. And then that's going to leave all of you guys that are still alive, if you're lucky enough to be alive, you're not going to be able to collect your pension anymore because the pension is already underfunded. Don't you read these letters we get? And who do you think is making these pensions underfunded? It's the officers that keep members from getting their family's needs met. They're going to drop out. It's the diehard guys that don't want to get out because they love the union. Well, after they overcome that love for the union, they're going to get out because of common sense. And that's going to break the pension, break the annuity, break all of these plans, and we're not going to have enough members to meet the union's needs, the locals' needs. So people, when they say, oh, you know what, I'm dropping out and take all my money, I'll get back into the next building boom. That's what's going to happen here. And it's going to be a dysfunctional situation because of what's going on. You keep on, we got less members now than we've had in years and years. And the reason is, you can't get to work. Why should I keep paying dues? I can take my pension money now. I can take my annuity money. Why stay in if I can have all my savings and all my pension? Who cares you got to pay the tax on it? Look at the annuity plan. It's so dysfunctional. Now they want to charge $100 a year to maintain an account. That's a couple of $1 million a year that the council is getting paid. It must be against the law because the money I put in there is not taxed. They're taking money that hasn't been taxed yet, a couple of $1 million. Who's going to end up paying that tax on that money? The state's going to look into it and want that money. And if the state doesn't look into it, I'm going to alert them so they get that money. Because I don't care about this local the way it's being run. I used to love this local. I don't anymore. I really don't. Because I'm stuck on this list 5 months at a time. Then I get sent out on a 4-week job. Now it's 15 days. Now I'm back at the end of the list again. The list swelled to 200 or 300 people this year. And it's still way up there in June. We'll find out again tonight. But you want to know what? A lot of people are dropping out. All of these apprentices said they're going to say, oh, they're going to save us. They're not going to save us. You know what they're going to do? They're going to draw their money out and drop out. 60% of the apprentices last year didn't qualify for insurance. They're all young men and young women with families. They need insurance. Dave Moak told me that fact. 60% of the apprentices didn't qualify for insurance. Why is that? Because they don't even get a few weeks here and there. They keep their friends working that avowed to vote for them no matter what. And that's what's going on. Jobs for votes. Jobs for votes. The only way to correct that situation is to run the list fairly. There's no guidelines to run the list. And if there are, they don't use them. The same people left Empire Generating and went to Global Foundries. Same people left Global Foundries, went to System, now they're back to Global Foundries. I'm going to start putting names out there soon. Some of my friends get favored status, and I don't want to throw them under the bus, but you want to know what? It's a hush-hush deal. You send, oh, he was referred. These people were referred to this job. You send one of their favorite shop stewards on the job, then he calls a half a dozen of his friends. They're the same job, the same people are on the beginning of a 2-year job. Meanwhile, you got people out of work for 3, 4, 5 months at a time, and what are they going to get sent out on a month job and get kicked to the back of the list again? They're using all of this against the rank and file. These officers have got to go. The new officers, the guys that are trying to get into office now, the organizers and everything. Look at Zawalski. I don't even know what his title is anymore. I don't care. I thought we had a chance with him because he seemed like a nice guy. Seemed like he was a little bit fairness-oriented. But you want to know what? They swayed him over to their way of thinking now, and his jobs for votes with him too. Mark, I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you don't like what I'm saying, because it's true what's going on. All right? Look at how many people got sent out repeatedly over the last year, and look at how many people are stuck on the list. Come on, Chuck. Give them your opinion.
My opinion is I've never felt so low in my life as I do in this local now. And
you're not alone.
Listen, it has nothing, like I told you, it has nothing to do with being out of work. It has nothing to do with dissension. It has nothing to. This is my opinion. It doesn't have anything to do. It has a lot to do with who's in office. Sure, it does. But to me, it is at the lowest point I've ever seen it.
Just like I said at the hearings down at the Crown Plaza.
That's another.
I have never seen morale as low in this local as it is now. Not because Madoff took our money, because the officers gave our money away and lied about it.
I don't know that. To me,
listen,
listen.
Hold on. It was proven with the money trail and everything that's almost $6.4 million, 6.3 something $million was taken out of the health plan and put into the Madoff scandal 2 days before it hit the national news about Madoff. And Bill Weir kept denying that anything went on. Then it was proven that, and he knew about it. Why would he bother to lie to us? Why? Because he wants to save face and keep the same status quo. Keep it the way it is. Send the same people out, keep the same people out of work. Come on. It has nothing to do with your quality of work or your work ethic or anything. If you're not one of their drinking buddies, you're one of them friends, one of the guys that went to their school when he was a teacher and this and that, you know what? Everybody should hit the list. Everybody should get stuck on the list. Everybody should get approximately. They don't divide the income of the local up equally over the rank and file. You got a certain 25% of the membership gets full years, and the rest have to get a bone. All right? Well, you know what? All you guys sitting on the couch turn into pit bulls and go and take your bone. Come and vote these guys out, and if you don't, you're going to suffer. And all you retired guys that keep coming to vote for these same officers that you're familiar with from when you were working, I'll tell you, they're doing you a disservice letting you vote for them. Because they're going to run the members out where all these pension plan and everything is going to be so underfunded, your pensions are going to get cut. If you don't make this a desirable local for these young people to come in here and work and stay into the organization until they retire, it's not going to work. The big picture, how it's supposed to work, it's not like that anymore. 40 years ago, here was the way it was going to go, and it was all fine. Now you guys are retired, and you're collecting your pensions, but now you're getting these scary letters. What do you think is causing this? These guys are making people drop out because they can't get work and can't get their family's needs met. What's the next consequence of that? They're going to take their money from the pension plans because it can get rolled over to IRAs now. That's going to kill our pension plan. They say, oh, we don't want to take in any 40-year-old, 50-year-old guys because, oh, they're not going to stay in the organization. Well, what do you think these apprentices, when they find out they can't get insurance for their family, all these young people that have families, young families, you can't have young children, 3-4-year-old children, and not have insurance.